Okay. Hi guys, I'm here. I'm here. I had a whole bunch of stuff that I had to take care of. I don't even have my music going. It's going to be a quiet stream today, but I'm here. Oh my gosh, it's been chaotic. Let me move all these things down and then we'll go ahead and get started. Where are my glasses? We'll go ahead and get started. I need to get my light going too. I'm sorry I'm late. I wanted to do this like an hour earlier, but then I ended up getting a phone call. And my sister, she needed help with doing the logo design. And it's like, okay, I'll go ahead and help you with the logo design. But now I'm going to be an hour late to the stream. But it's fine. It's fine. Ooh, so, okay. I'm just going to get everything set up. And then we will just have a fun, chill stream where I am answering whatever questions you have for storytelling and writing stories as I doodle this picture. You cannot see the picture. Hi, Finn. Hello. Hi. Let me see if I got this going. Oh, my face is so small. Hi. Oh, the light is very drastic. Let me just... There we go. And we'll just move me over there and just make it big. Hi, Danny. Hi, Yummy. Yummy, yum. Hi, guys. Maya, hi! Oh, you guys made it! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for being late. I'm a total mess. I wanted to look all fancy for you guys, but instead you guys get pajeeber me. Me and my pajeebers. That sounded weird. I want to get my light. Should I turn on my top light? Are you guys not freaked out by this lighting? You guys are okay, I hope? Zenetsu, hello! I'm going to try to get my Twitch. I'm trying to get my, we're not going to do TikTok live. We're just going to do this one. We're no music, just chill vibes and just drawing. So yeah, hi, Sandra. Yumi, that chocolate is so pretty. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the one I'm going to be working on today while I answer questions. Oh, I'm zooming in. And, just chit-chatting. So, I guess I should go ahead and... Hold on, I need to make sure I can see your guys' comments. See my control settings on my OBS. You'd think it would just be not so janky. Hopefully I'll be able to still see your guys' comments. But, okay. So, I've gotten a lot of questions from... Let me go ahead and pull them up. Because I asked on my Instagram about what questions people had for storytelling. And I want to go ahead and go over some of the questions that I've received. Let me pull them up. How do I pull them up? Respond to sticker. Here we are. Where are they? Oh. I don't know where these responses are. This is not good. Oh, they're right here. Okay, so I first... Dandy, what can I do to make sure my webtoon won't get boring to the audience reading it? That is a very good question. I want to answer that before I get to the Instagram comments because that's a very good question. Not that these aren't good questions either, but I like that question. Okay, so your question is, what can I do to make sure my audience won't get bored? My webtoon won't get boring to the audience reading. So my first question that I wanted to ask for you is, when you're creating your story and you're sharing your story online, are you enjoying it? Like, are there any spots to where you're like, this is boring? Or are there spots, are you just like enjoying the whole ride? You're like, yeah, I'm feeling this. Like, are you enjoying the whole entire story? The reason why I ask this is because there's always going to be someone who doesn't like the story and thinks it's boring, and then someone who does like the story and doesn't think it's boring. So for me, that's what I like to do. I like to separate the two audiences because I know there's always going to be someone who's not going to like it and someone who is going to like it. And just because someone thinks it's boring doesn't mean it's boring. Just like if there's someone who thinks it's not boring, that might not always mean that it's not boring. It all depends now on the center focus, which I like to focus myself when I'm writing my stories. That's just me. So that's what I do. To help my stories not feel boring, is I need to make sure I don't find them boring. And usually for people who are like-minded like me, if I don't find them boring, usually people who are like me also will be like, I don't find that boring either. You know, that's kind of my mindset when it comes to how I keep my stories. One of the things, how I keep them engaging. First, I check in with myself. Is this story engaging for me? Am I having fun? And if myself is saying, I don't really like that, then I'll change it. But yeah, that's would be my answer to that question. How do I keep my story from being boring? If I don't really focus much on whether the audience is going to like this or not. As long as I think this is exciting, then I'm automatically going to be like, yeah, the audience is going to like it. The people, the audience that's like me, the little miniature Shireens out there, they're going to like it because I like it. So, but that's just my mindset. I know there are other like theories and strategies and whatnot. My brain can't comprehend that kind of thing. But for my comic, Catch Me, Find Me, Love Me, that's what I did. I just legit did whatever I felt was good, and I went along with it. And other people, like I have over 20,000 subscribers, I think, on that Webtoon. Other people liked it too, and it has a 5-star rating on Amazon right now, so that's good. So yeah, hopefully that helped. Selena, hi, you made it. You made it. Did I miss much? Nope, I just got started. Welcome. Dandy, yes, but I always change the plot. Me too. You're not alone. I always change the plot too. And the thing that happens with me, why I end up changing the plot, is I lose track of what my first initial goal or my first initial subject was. So for instance, with Catch Me, Find Me, Love Me, my main story focus was my character Oriana seeing whether Jaehwan was just saying he doesn't care because he really doesn't care, or is Jaehwan saying I don't care because it's just a defense mechanism. And that was the whole story plot, her trying to figure that out. Now, for me, what causes me to forget my story plots is I'm trying to focus a lot on foreshadowing. I need to make sure it's foreshadowed. I need to make sure the audience is feeling thrilled. I need to make sure I have this rising climax. I throw all that out the window because I get overloaded and I'll start forgetting stuff because I'm trying to pay attention to too much. That's for my brain. I'm a very simple being. So I like to just focus on one thing, and I like to use the method who, what, when, where, why, and how to just help me focus on that one story plot so that I can at least finish that one train of thought. And once that's done, then I'll move on to the next train of thought. I'm not the type of person who could juggle many balls and have many plots going. I'll forget something and the whole entire plot will change. It's happened before. It will happen again. But that's what happened. That's what I noticed with myself. I try to do too much with my plot. I had to focus on like one train of thought. But I don't know if that's you. I don't know. Middle Frost, do you write a script per episode or for the entire story? It depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I might write the script as I go, and then other times I might write the script like organized and boom, 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 boom. So with Catch Me, Find Me, Love Me, and let me get the book out. With Catch Me, Find Me, Love Me, I decided to go ahead and write the episode and then draw it, and then write the next episode and then draw that. But I already had a like very rough outline, like a bullet points. I had like bullet points on what I wanted to cover for the series, but because I'll get overwhelmed if I'm like, oh, I gotta still do all of that. I like to go per episode, but that's me. Other people, I know, the manga artist, Death Note, from what I've heard, he wrote the story as he went. So there are artists, their stronger suit is just writing the story as they go. So you got to do what's best, I think, for you. But again, that's just my chaotic way. I'm going to turn on this top light because y'all cannot see me. You guys can't see me, or else I can't see myself. And of course, I'm a very vain being. Ah! Oh no. Is that better? I need to get better lights. You guys didn't see my pajeebers, did you? I'm so sorry. Okay, but yeah, that's what I did. Sometimes for Catch Me, Find Me, Love Me, I wrote the episode, and by wrote the episode, I mean I added the characters' dialogue, what they're saying, and then I went back and I drew it, and then I went back and then I wrote the next episode like that, like tennis. But let me go ahead and scroll up to the comments so I can make sure I get each one. Let's see. How do you make the plot longer? Like, I'm having trouble with my story moving too fast. That's another very good question. So for me, I stopped trying to make my stories longer. I do short stories right now because my brain, I'm tired of pushing myself to create long series. I'm not here for it. That's why Catch Me, Fight Me, Love Me, I had 26 episodes in me, or 29, I think. And I'm like, I'm done. That's all I had. I'm done. That's it. So it's just, for that, I go with whatever I'm feeling. I go with whatever my heart is like. That's the end of the story. I don't have any more. I'm not going to force myself to create more because for me, I get writer's block. But again, you don't have to do what I'm doing. You do what fits best for you. But for myself, if I feel like I don't have anything else to say, I just stop talking because then I'm not going to enjoy the rest of the story because now I'm forcing it. And for me, I'm not the type of artist to where force and pressure is going to create diamonds. Force and pressure for me is going to create gravel. So I let that go. If my body's like, I don't have anything else, I'm like, all right, that's fine. That's fine. That's the end of the story. Which is why Catch Me, Fight Me, Love Me, a lot of people have been like, are you making a season 2? I don't have any ideas. I might if I had the ideas. So my husband, he's helping me with that. But right now my brain's like, what? But yeah, for me, I'm not a big forcer. I'm tired of forcing myself because I've had a lot of people throughout my whole entire life force me. So I'm kind of doing like some healing work and allowing myself just be. So I don't know if that was helpful for you though. I'm so sorry. I'm so dynamic. I'm so sorry. I don't know if that was helpful. But next question, Sammy, could you apply the same logic to how you draw and color? Do you like it? I forgot what logic you might be mentioning that I might have mentioned. Do I like coloring? I do. I found a way to where I enjoy the coloring process, and I see I have yet to touch color to this canvas. I'm just been talking. I'm sorry. But anyways, let's see. Next question. Dandy, is Webtoon the first thing you recommended to people wanting to upload their comic? I don't know if I have or if I haven't, but for me, I started sharing how to upload onto Webtoon because I saw a lot of people had questions on how to upload to Webtoon. But, and then it kind of just trickled on to there to where people were like, well, how did you make your Webtoon? And I was like, okay, I'll show you that too. So I think it kind of started with people asking questions. How do you upload on Webtoon? And how do you make the Webtoon? And after I learned how to do it, I'm like, well, this is what I do to make mine. So that's kind of where this whole Webtoon journey started. My whole sharing process started. I struggled. I found a way. I saw someone else was struggling. So I shared, and I've been sharing ever since. Let's see. Selena. Woo. Midi Frost. For those who don't have CSP, are there mannequin softwares for dynamic poses for Procreate? So there are lots of different ones. Some people use Designer Doll. I don't know if it's compatible with both PC and Mac, but those are great digital art programs that you can use outside of Procreate, because I don't believe it can like work inside of Procreate like how the 3D models work inside of Clip Studio Paint, but you can at least work them side by side with Procreate. So some people like Design Doll. I personally like Magic Poser. The reason why, it works on both PC, it works on Mac, it works on, if you don't have a PC or Mac, it has a browser-based one, and it has the eyeballs, because some people, they still need like the I don't like how that sounded. They like the guidelines for the eyes, so with Magic Poser, it actually has like the guidelines for the eyes. I love how Magic Poser 3D models look. So that is also a great mannequin 3D model app to use if you have Procreate, but you want to still have the 3D model thingamabob. You can use Magic Poser or Design Doll if you want, but I like Magic Poser. Selena, I write out my stories in paragraph form. Ooh, I like that. So let me go ahead and show you guys my story. I'll show you episode 9 of Catch Me, Find Me, Love Me, what my script looks like. And it's just lines of dialogue between the characters. It's literally just lines of dialogue. But hopefully that at least this insight will help you guys. Like, I need to make sure my head's not in the way. You guys can't see that, can you? How do we zoom in? I don't know. But here we are. This is the whole entire... Scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, this is the whole entire dialogue for episode 9. It's literally just, I write down. I don't do a narrative style for my script when it comes to my webtoons, my comics, or my manga style books. I don't write down, he turned his head 3/4 angled, and he looked up, and then he had an anguished look on his face. No, I just write down, oh, like he said, oh, and because I already know, I'm the one who's drawing it, so I already know what kind of angle the head needs to be. I already know what kind of emotion I'm getting, so I just write down as you can see, I have 3 dots right here. I just write down the dialogue. So that's how I do mine. But I know there are some people who do like to do the narrative part because it helps them to further visualize. Because all of our brains are different. Some of us need that extra guideline to help us visually see. Because my brain is, when it comes to art process, I can't see anything. But when it comes to writing dialogue and emotions, if I can feel it, then I can see it. And it's weird. I don't know. Like when I'm drawing an angry face, I don't really necessarily need to look at an angry face unless there's like a specific angry face I want to do. I could just like scrunch up my face, and while I'm drawing it, I feel the scrunch in my face when I'm drawing it like that, if that makes sense. But okay, let me get back to the comments. Make sure I'm probably already behind. Dandy, I'm working on a webtoon. Oops. Well, I can't see. Oh no, the comments. Okay. Let's see. I'm working on a webtoon where a queen of the underworld gets lost on Earth and goes to rest under a tree and meets a girl she eventually falls in love with. Does that sound like a good story? Do you like it? That's my question. Because the definition of good is subjective. The definition of good depends on the person. So just because I like something, it doesn't really hold much weight and value because somebody else right next to me could be like, well, I don't like it. Then what are you going to do? So what I like to do is, if I like the story, then I'm going to write it. If someone else doesn't like the story, which there have been many of people who told me that they don't like the story, they'll leave reviews to where they said I didn't like the story. That's fine. I liked it. That's how I've gotten this far. I've been doing what I like to do. And it's got me to 6 published books, and it got me noticed to do workshops with Webtoon Canva, and it got me noticed to have a 1-year contract with Antarctic Press, one of the top 10 publishing companies, I think, here in the United States. And it's currently got me to, I'm doing a lecture at Bowie State University, one of the top HBCU colleges. So doing what makes me happy and doing what I like and doing what I think is good has led me down the path to where it hasn't hindered me to a certain degree. I can live my life doing things that I think is good. I can live my life validating the stories that I think is good. Whether someone else thinks it's good or not, I've already validated it for myself, and that's enough for me. But that's for me. It took me a while to get to this place. So that's what I would kind of ask for you. If you like the story plot, it's good enough. It's good. You got this. You got this. Now, next question that Danny has. If I run out of story ideas, should I use Wattpad for ideas? I mean, for one, make sure we don't do no breaking copyright laws. But I don't know if you noticed this, but a lot of stories have branched off from other stories. Like, case in point with Disney, a lot of their stories have come from classic stories from Hamlet. What's his name? What's that dude's name? You know the old dude that makes the stories. What's his name? He made Juliet, Romeo and Juliet. That dude. The dude that made those classic tales. a lot of Disney stories came from that, or the Brothers Grimm. And then even the Brothers Grimm stories came from other places. As humans, we kind of just, we're just like like on, I don't, wait, that's going to be a spoiler if I mention that. A spoiler if I mention that. A lot of us humans are just connected, and all of our stories just flow and just change differently. So find your reference and just build off from that, I guess. There's also a really good website that I like. I like story generating websites as well, to where I can input all the information of my characters. I think it's called fanficmaker.net, I think. And it helps to, it creates like fan fictions for me to like jog my nougat and figure out story ideas that I want. But yeah, I look at different tropes that I like. There's tropetv.com that gives examples of different tropes. I just, pull from reality to create my fantasy. So yeah, just don't go and steal things that, like, don't claim Naruto as your Naruto. It's like, that's Naruto. No, this is specific carbon copy is not. But when there's a lot of characters that, it's hard to say. There's a lot of stuff that just repeats. So just don't steal, but get inspiration from. So, like with Lion King, that one was inspired by the story. What was it? Romeo and Juliet? Or was it Hamlet? Some old story. It was inspired off of that. So just do your variation if that helps. Or something that happened in your life. I can't really tell you because I'm not a lawyer. But that's what I do. Let's see. Some more questions. We were drawing together, Chocolate, but I got distracted and I've yet to draw anything. I'm sorry. But I do plan on drawing this, but I wanted to answer some questions first. And then I'll get to drawing. Let's see. How do I get my webtoon to have lots of readers? Depends on what is your number of lots of readers? Because I like to use platforms like Pinterest. I'll post my image on Pinterest. I'll post a link to my webtoon, and I'll put it on Pinterest. And that's like the most introvert-friendly way to where I don't have to like show up on the screen. I don't have to talk to anybody. I let the search engines push my content for me, for the people that are looking for my kind of stuff. So Pinterest. I could do a whole other like video about marketing, but today we're talking about stories. But I like to use Pinterest, post an image, post a link, and post it out there, and boom. That's how I get like readers to my story. And I also use TikTok, and I also use Facebook and Instagram. But if you're starting out and you just want to just go easy peasy, lemon squeezy, use Pinterest. Woo. I'm sorry, I haven't drawn a single thing, you guys. Give me 1 second. I want to get through some more stories. Some more comments. Let's see. How do I fill in the blanks in the story? As in, I feel like I have these scenarios that I want to happen, but I don't know how to get there and develop the plot. Also, love your art. Thank you. So, I've had this issue too, where it's like I have this, like, there's a story that I have right now. I have all these scenario ideas, but it's like they're like clouds and you're trying to stuff them into a jar, but you don't have the jar. And that is kind of reminds me of, there's a book and there's also a podcast by Brian McDonald where he talks about, what's it called? The aperture, or I guess the skeleton of the story. And I definitely recommend you guys check out his book. Brian McDonald, he does the Invisible Ink blog, and he also has a book, Invisible Ink, that goes more into the aperture of story. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but that goes into the bone or the jar or the skeleton of the story, because that's also what I struggle with a lot. I'll have all these scenarios, but it doesn't connect to anything. It just seems like a bunch of random stuff. And I mean, that could still be a story in and of itself, actually, because I love like those slice of life stories and those, that's kind of what I did with Catch Me, Find Me, Love Me. It had just a lot of different scenarios that had the same center theme. Oriana and Jaehoon just messing with each other. So, I mean, you might still have a story. You probably just are comparing it to other people who might have some hero's journey story, and you're like, well, my story's not like that story. It must not be good enough. No, if you want to do random scenarios, you can do that too. That's why slice of life stories are there. So you might actually have a story. You're just probably trying to push those clouds into a square box when they should be clouds. You know? So, but if you're like, no, I specifically want them to follow a story plot, check out Brian McDonald's Invisible Ink story, where he talks about finding the center core of the story and building the story off that way. But that's what I've learned about myself that I struggle with and what I've kind of like embraced. Let's see. Zetsu, love your art. Thank you. How do you color and make the lighting and shadow good? I use multiply layers. And I'll start coloring in a moment, but I use multiply layers and overlay layers. And I use just like gray colors like this. And you can't see it. Hold on. We're going to color this in today. And those who are watching the replay of this, I'm sorry if you're bored. But I use multiply layers. You can't see that. But I use multiply layers. And I'm a very simple bee. And I just stay over here. And I just move it around the wheel. Whatever I'm feeling. But that's what I do. But I'll show you guys once I get to the bottom of the questions. Okay. Shamli. Evergreen. Were you nervous when you started sharing comics? For me, I think posting will be the scariest part. Oh yeah, when I first started off and when I was first like trying to seek that outward validation from which isn't a bad thing at all. I didn't have a balance. For me, I was like extreme, like no, I couldn't self-validate myself. So I was very extreme. Like everything I said was pointless and only what other people said mattered. So when that's where I was at when I was first posting. So that's, that also led to why everything was so scary, because I'm like, if someone says one small thing about it, I'm going to cry. And I did multiple times because people said multiple mean things. So it's fine. Not mean things, but things to where it's like they made their opinion known and it's fine. But yeah, starting out, yeah, it was. Is it now? I still struggle with not meeting people's expectations, and then that's when I had to like catch myself and be like, hold on a second, do we meet our expectations? Do we like the story that we like? I've turned into a very selfish artist right now. Again, everything that I'm saying, you don't have to do. I'm just sharing what I'm doing because I'm going through like a healing process with my art. So this is like my semi-villain stage where I'm like, I'm going to do what I want to do. Not breaking copyright laws, but I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to fill my cup up right now, and I'm going to write the stories that I want to write, and then I'm going to make sure I like it. If nobody else likes it, do I like it? Yeah. Oh, then good. I'm going through my villain stage, quote unquote. But yeah. Dynamic Duel, can you make this live stream so I can watch it again later? I sure can. I can keep this live stream for you. I had to turn my heating pad back up. But yeah, I sure can. You bet your Bobby I can. Sammy, do you have tips on how to scan ink drawings into Clip Studio Paint? Yeah. So I can either use my phone. Take my charger, connect it via UBS. Can you see? Connect this into my computer and then add my pictures onto my phone that way. Or I can use a scanner. I don't know if you see it, but it's right here. My scanner. I can scan my images in, add it to my computer, and then all I have to do from there, I go to File, Import, Image. And then once my image is imported, it's literally going to be a layer like this. I just make a new layer. And for me, I draw over top of it. You don't have to draw over top of it if you don't want to, but I like to work in separate layers because I don't want to it's just like using a photocopy. You don't want to draw over top of the original. I mean, you could add another one again. You could re-upload the imported image again, but that's what I do. It's super simple. Super simple, but I know it can be a lot. Hold on, I'm trying to plug back in my phone, and my light is going off on me. Hold on. I'm professional. There you go. There we go. Okay, we're good. But yeah, that's what I do. That's how I get my traditional comic pages scanned into my computer. Use my phone or use a scanner. I'm sure there's other ways. And then I just go to File, Import, Image, and ta-da! There we go. That's how I get it into Clip Studio Paint. Let's see. Next question. Oops, I scrolled all the way down to the bottom again. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, I found it. If I don't have Clip Studio Paint or Procreate, what app should I use to draw in for 3D models? There's lots of different apps that you can use. For me, I like to use Ibis Paint on my iPad. And I know growing up, when I was first starting out with digital art, I always felt like, is it the digital program that's gonna like create this wonderful artwork? I gotta use the specific one that people are using, or else my art's not gonna turn out the way theirs is. And after my art hoarding addiction started to like kick in towards digital art, I now have wanted to use every single art program out there, because I realize it's not the paintbrush that makes the painter, but it's the painter themselves. So why not buy all those 50 million different types of paintbrushes? We can just save them for later. We can use them for later. There's no reason not to buy it. Look at all this stuff I have over here that I haven't even used it. I got supplies up there. Haven't even used it. So yeah, it's not the program that makes the artist, I guess you could say. It's the artists themselves. So I like to use Ibis Paint. I like to use Metabon Paint. I've used Krita. I don't really prefer that, but there are some artists that really love Krita. There's artists that really love Fire Alpaca, and there's artists that love Sketchbook, AutoCAD Sketchbook, Autodesk Sketchbook, I think it's called. But yeah, there's lots of different free programs out there. There's Jump Paint as well. There's lots of different ones. So yeah, if you don't have Clip Studio Paint or Procreate, there's lots of ad-free, ad-supported free apps that you can use. Ibis Paint and Metabon Paint. I also share this on my blog too. I had to make a landing page for that. Chocolate! I forgot you can only upload webtoons on PC and Mac. You can upload it on your phone too. You can definitely upload it on your phone. All you have to do, I know a lot of people, they will specifically go to the app, the Webtoon app. But what I do to upload my comic onto my phone, I go to my browser. I don't go to the Webtoon app, the downloadable Webtoon app. I go to my actual internet browser. I select, and I have a video link. I have a video on my YouTube page where I'm literally showing how I do this on both Android and on iPad. But I go to my browser, I click the request desktop version, and then I'll reload the Webtoon page, and boom, the version, it's how to upload on Webtoon. The little publish button is available there. Remember, don't use the app. Go to the browser, click request desktop, and then if it's not showing, just reload the page in the request desktop version, and then the publish button is going to be there. So yeah, that's what I do on my phone. That's what I do. Let's see. Yummy yum. Do you think mobile Metabon is good, or do you recommend any other drawing apps? I used to use Ibis Paint, but it gave me trouble. So here, I'll go ahead and show you some of the images that I made using Metabon. Move that over there. Don't be looking at my stuff. This is my business stuff. Harassment complaint form. What is that? Oh, wait. No, I know. I don't know what that was. Hold on. I'm going to show you. Give me a second. Illustrations. I'm sorry if you can hear my noise of my nose photo redraws. I'm congested. Okay, we'll select this one, 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 and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, so here are the images that I made using Metabon Paint. I love Metabon Paint. I also use it on my iPad when I'm not feeling like opening up Ibis Paint. It just all depends on how I'm feeling. I don't really have a personal preference. Why is that window? I don't like how that window's open. Okay, look at the pictures real quick. Don't look at me. Look at the pictures while I fix this. Don't look at me. I have my pajamas on. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, these are the pictures. These are the pictures that I made. This was for when I still am doing the commission photo redraws on my Fiverr page. But any hoodles, this was when I was doing that. I was redrawing couples, family members, kids, myself as cartoon characters, and I did all of this on Metabon Paint. So again, it's not the program that makes the artist, just like it's not the paintbrush that makes the artist. It's the artists themselves. So I love Metabon Paint. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. ET is amazing. ET is amazing. Let's see. Middle frost. Okay, what's the correct size of canvas should I have starting out? And how to crop it without using crappie. There's multiple ways to make a webtoon size. So I can't really say there's one correct way. Just the bare minimum on Webtoon Canvas website to where you won't have to deal with Webtoon Canvas's website stretching your work out and fitting it in their little, on their website format. You just make sure it's not smaller than 800 pixels wide and 1280 pixels long. Make sure it's not smaller than that, or else Webtoon's going to take it and stretch it out to make sure it's long enough. And it's at least more, it's at least 800 pixels wide and 1280 pixels long. Now, when it comes to drawing, I draw in a bigger format. I don't like drawing in 800 pixels wide and 1280 pixels long because I get a blurry effect. So my Webtoon canvas size is 1,600 pixels wide and 4,600 pixels long. The reason why? I like it. I like it. And then when I resize it, let me just go ahead and open up this panel. Because for me, all these images, I make Webtoon pages. I make my Webtoon like how I make my comic pages. I do 2 panels per page because Webtoons are just comic pages stacked up vertically, So that's how I do my Webtoon. Now, there are other artists who do one long strip and they will just draw in it like that. I get overwhelmed by that, even though you'd be like, Shereen, all these pages look overwhelming. My brain's like, nah, I'm good. So that's how I do mine. I don't work in one long vertical strip. I chop it up and I just draw on each individual one like a comic page. And that's how I do mine. And then when I'm done, I can go to just the file in Clip Studio Paint. I just go to file, export Webtoon. I click that and I just change it to 50%. And then it already sets it, or I can specify and it'll change it down to 800 pixels for me. And then it'll just cut it vertically. Oh, wow. It'll cut it I can talk. It'll cut it for me vertically at 1,280 pixels. It'll do the rest for me. It'll resize it for me. And all I have to do is just upload it onto Webtoon Canvas or onto Pass or whatever other Webtoon platform there is. Now, Webtoon Canvas, they do have a feature to where when you upload it, it will resize your large image files for you, so you don't even have to worry about it anymore. And I believe also Pass has that feature as well. It just needs to be longer than a certain amount. But yeah, Pass Media, they will also, you can just upload your image as is and they'll resize it for you. So they'll handle it for you. They'll pull a Tom Haverford. Do it for me. I love this drink. It's so yummy. Okay. So yeah. Selena. Hi, Selena. Did you write all the dialogue down in Clip Studio Paint? I wrote it down in my text editor and then I put it into Clip Studio Paint. Let me go ahead and show you. In the story editor, I love this little feature with Clip Studio Paint. I think it's only available in EX version. But I open up the story editor and then I just copy and paste all of my dialogue. So here's like page 2. I'll just copy and paste it, but I can also go in and I can create the next line. Create it. Okay, you're not going to. Let me actually, hold on. I gotta open up the file. It's thinking now. Okay, there we go. Let me go ahead and just show the dialogue. There we go. Now I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna just hit spacebar and hit another spacebar. And I'm just gonna type like that. And then you'll see it. Then you'll see it appear, as you can see right down here. Stop. And I'm just going to move it up. But see, it's that simple. You see? That's how I can add my dialogue directly into Clip Studio Paint. But I just copy and paste it. And then I can just go in and I can just move my letters around. So it gives me like that little triangle effect. You know? See? Like, show them! No, I don't want that shown. Click that. Okay, thank you. There we go. See? Like that. It's super simple. I love it. And then if I don't want it there, I just click. I select all. No! Hold on. You guys can trust me. I hit shift. And then I delete it. And then it's gone. So that's what I do. That's what I do. No, do not save nothing. Do not save nothing. But that's what I do. Let's see. Sammy, how do you use that part of Clip Studio Paint? I didn't know you could write scripts in it. Yeah, it's really cool. You just go to it's the EX version. I don't know which one I have. I think I have the EX version. You just go to edit. Where is it? No, you go to story. I'm yelling. I'm sorry. You go to story, open editor, and there it is. You can add it directly in there. Let's see. Let's see here. Fursy. Hi, S-Morishita. Hi, Fursy. Hello. Sorry if I'm getting to your comment late. I'm sorry. I was trying to catch up on everything. Let's see. I heard someone say, write what you would love to read. It helps me quite a bit. I know. That's a very good saying. I love that. Like, right? Yeah. I like to focus on me. I'm going through, again, my minor villain stage where I'm like, I don't care about anyone else but me and my happiness. I know it sounds selfish and I'm not saying it the right way, but when I write stories, I'm literally just writing to fill up my happiness cup. And then for those people who are like me, when I share it online, I'm like, hey, if there's another me out there, enjoy this other me. And, you know, it's a way that I share in a selfish way. Endless Daybreak. Hi, hello. Shammy Shakespeare. Okay, it was Shakespeare. Thank you, Shammy and Selena. I couldn't remember his name at all. Chocolate. I was about to say the guy who's shaking his hand. Yeah, I couldn't remember it at all. How to get good at backgrounds. Modeling tools versus blurring backgrounds. I do both. Why not both? Look, if you look over here, let me go ahead and show you. So, my computer's thinking. Okay. So, this is the 3D model background. And then, let's go ahead. And where is it? Where is it? Right here. No, that's not the one. Well, anyways, this is a blurred background. And then right here. This is another blurred background. And then right here. This is another blurred background. For this is where my love of Garfield comes into play. I lost Garfield. Hold on. No. Garfield. Oh. No, you're not the one. Oh, no. Where's... Oh, I found it. It's a false alarm. I found it. It's not the one I wanted. Here it is. Garfield. I love Garfield. And a lot of my inspiration for my color backgrounds for Catch You Find Me Love Me came from Garfield. You see? Solid colors. And then sometimes he'll do like gradients and stuff. That's where my inspiration came from for a lot of my backgrounds for Catch You Find Me Love Me. Like right here, I just did a gradient. I didn't feel like drawing a background. You guys know they're in the house. I want to now show off their emotional state. So I just put a pink up here and that was it. Did you guys notice? I don't know if you guys did, but yeah, that's what I did. So, I mean, it depends on what you like. This is what I like to do. And this got me 5-star ratings on Amazon. And over 22,000 subscribers. So, people still liked it. So, Do what you like. Cause I mean, if you want to do what you like, you could do what you like. If you want to specifically create a certain way because you have like a certain specific thingamabob in mind, do that. Do what you want to do. But if you're like, what did you do? This is what I did. Just because I'm chaotic like that, and that's what I did. Issa Rae Meadows, yeah, I made it. Hi, Issa Rae. Hope you're still here. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Dandy, how do I find my art style? I saw one saying, take features of your favorite artist, but I'm struggling. If you don't want to take features of your favorite artist, then don't. You do whatever makes, again, I'm very redundant. I'm very sorry. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, she doesn't care. No, this is literally what I do. I don't know if I even have an art style. I don't feel I have an art style because I will see something that I like from another artist. Case in point, Jim Davis. I liked how he did his backgrounds. I have been doing it like that for a very long time. I saw how Nozaki-kun, how those backgrounds look. I started implementing that as well. For the eyeballs, I went through my Sailor Moon stage when I was 15. I went through I liked how the Sailor Moon eyeballs looked. You can't see it. I liked how the Sailor Moon eyeballs looked. And then I continued to draw the Sailor Moon eyeballs, but I wanted to draw more like human eyeballs because I read Peach Girl. So I started drawing eyeballs like Peach Girl. And then I ended up seeing High School Debut. I liked High School Debut's eyes. So I started drawing like that. I just take what I liked and I'm like, oh, I like that. And I drew it. I'm like a child. If there's a scenario that I see on TV, oh, I like that. I'm going to draw my characters in it. I am a child. But that's what I do. I don't think I have a style. So I don't think I'm the best person to help with that. I'm sorry. Do you use 3D models for every part of your comic? Issa Rae, that's a very good question. For this comic, School Memories, that is currently available on Amazon and is free to read on my website and to pass. I just haven't finished uploading all the pages on to pass yet. I need to get to that. But I believe all the pages are uploaded on my website. And who is using the bathroom right now? Sorry, the toilet's going on right next to the bathroom. But as I was saying, for School Memories, it has a mixture of 3D models and freehand. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and go through this story and see if you can figure out what is freehand and what is 3D. It'll be a fun little adventure for you guys. Fun little adventure. But yeah, sometimes I might not be feeling like doing 3D. I won't use it. Sometimes I'm like, I'm using 3D. And I'll use it. It all depends on what I'm vibing with. But yeah, School Memories has a mixture of both of that. I mean, even Catching Find Me Love Me also has a mixture of freehand and 3D. It all depends on how I'm feeling that day. But yeah, I hope that helps answer your question. Hopefully I'm being helpful right now. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Cow Milk. How do you motivate yourself to continue making comics? A big motivator for me to continue making comics is when I feel like I can do whatever I want to do and I no longer have that shame or that pressure or obligation to have to do something that I don't want to do, but do it because other people want me to do it or other people say to do it. That freedom of I'm going to do whatever I want to do, that's what motivates me to keep going because I'm having fun. If I'm not having fun, I don't feel motivated. And I'm not the type of person who can continue to do something that is not fun. I will get tired of it quickly. And I have. I have gone on years long like artist block because I wasn't allowing myself to do and create and draw how I wanted to. I wasn't giving myself freedom. I was basically treating myself like how the adults treated me as a kid to where I couldn't do nothing. So I'm re-parenting myself. And I found that my motivation for art came back when I just stopped shaming myself for not drawing. I stopped shaming myself for using tools and creating how I wanted to create. I stopped just being mean to myself and I started pouring love into myself. I started validating myself. Not to say that you guys aren't, but that's what I wasn't doing before. And that's how I lost my motivation. And that's how I found it back now. And, you know, I got 6 published books later and I'm here. And I'm actually doing pretty good. Some days I'm like, I'm not drawing at all, and I won't draw. and we'll draw. I give myself that freedom with no shame. Let's see, because I only draw the prologue of my story, and I already want to give up, but at the same time continue. I love you, Webtoon, by the way. Oh, thank you, Cowmill. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to, for me, that's the same thing how I feel with Catch Me, Find Me, Love Me. I had the story told. I said everything that I had to say in my head and that I wanted to say, and I'm like, I'm done with it now. That's why it's 29 episodes. My brain's like, I have nothing else. It's empty. And I'm not going to force it to try to come up with something. I have to wait until I actually come up with something. My husband's been helping with that. But yeah, for me, I'm like, if it's done, it's done. I'm going to move on to the next story. I'm going to move on to something else. And I know there are people that are upset, but it's like, I'm not able to think of nothing to upset you. My brain is literally empty. So let's go ahead and go on to the next story and enjoy this one. Or you can still sit there and be upset for a while. And when you're all done, let's go ahead and go on to it. Well, I'll be over there in my other stories. And then the next one after that. Just going to keep it rolling. For people who are able to continue on with their stories, that is amazing. And your brain is awesome. Not to say that my brain is not awesome, but your brain is awesome. That is amazing. That is amazing. Oh, no, I scrolled all the way down. Hold on. Where did I last leave off on the... Oh, no, I'm getting almost down to the comment, to the bottom. Yay! Corey Joe. Let's see. Oh, I was watching your video last night, but does canvas width matter? I saw other people use variations like 1900, 1600, as well as 300 and 600 DPI. Does it affect quality? So... you might not notice, if you're a beginner, you might not really notice the difference that it makes between 1900 and 1600. Some artists just have their preferences. As long as it's not lower than 800 pixels, that's when you're going to start seeing like the little boxes. Let me go ahead and show you. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but let me go ahead and show you. Let's create 800 and 800 by 1280. And we'll put this one at 300 DPI. And let's go ahead and use this brush. We're going to set it to 1.1 for the pixel. Let me actually put it black. Shreen, don't be a dum-dum. And now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. I'm at 83% zoomed in. I'm going to zoom in. And I'm at 200%. 220%. What did I just do? I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. Did you guys see any of that? It's my keypad. No, before the screen change wasn't working. Now the scenes change wants to work now. Okay, I see how it is. But okay, this is at 200 pixels and the canvas size is 800 by 1280. Okay, let me see if I could change the settings real quick. Because, dear Lord, hotkeys. Remove you. Where's the other one? There's another hotkey. I know you're in here. Okay, you're gone. Okay, go ahead, apply. Hit OK. Don't change it no more. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to what I use. 1600 by at 300. So now you see how tiny my little dot is? Compared to, this is 81% canvas zoomed in. You see how much bigger my dot is? Let's go ahead and zoom this one in to 80%. And this is 80%. This is 81% zoomed in. With a fatter canvas width, you can zoom in a lot closer. Let's go ahead and zoom out and see what that line looks like. It's looking pretty crisp there, but anyways, let's zoom back in. This is 81%. And this is 81%. Let's zoom in closer to this one. This is 200%. This canvas width is 800. Let's go ahead and zoom in to 200%. I can zoom in a lot closer with this one. And this one is 200%. I could zoom in really close. You start to really see the pixelation there. But yeah, the width, it allows you to be able to look in deeper and further into and get closer to the image without having to really deal with like that blur. But I mean, it's kind of looking blurry in either way. What does this button do? Because I'm on the pixel one. Okay, there we are. There's the anti-alias one. So let's zoom out here. You see the blur. You see the blur. Let's go ahead and go back. I'm going to do it again on the 1600. And let's zoom in. 66%. Zoom in. 100%. Still looking pretty crisp. Zoom in. Now it's starting to get blurry. 185%. But yeah, that's the difference. You can zoom in a lot closer and you don't see the blurriness right off the bat. If you're working on a smaller canvas, you're going to see the blurriness right then and there when you zoom in. If you're working on a bigger canvas, you're not really going to notice the blurriness as quickly. So that's why I like to use 1600 width when I'm drawing my webtoons, because I don't get that blurriness like right there. And then it'll resize it when I'm done and it still looks nice and crisp. But yeah, that's why. Not much thought behind it, just blurry. We artists are like blurry. Make it bigger so it's not as blurry. Let's see. How can I make character people care about? I mean, how can I make them more lovable or real? That's a really interesting question because I'm not really sure what makes a character lovable or real. But I know that what I like that about a character is when they have emotions. And I can try to give characters like anger emotions, but then it doesn't like connect with me because, you know, like, ooh, that person, like, you know, when they do like horror movies and you should be scared for that person. Oh, they're about to die. But instead you're annoyed at that person. And it's like, well, why am I annoyed at a person who's about to die? It's like they're doing something that's annoying me. It's like, don't you care that they're about to die? No, I'm kind of annoyed with them. So it's very hard for me to kind of like figure out how to make a character likable. But I noticed that a lot of it deals with emotions. So I try to pour my feelings into the character. So if there's something that annoys me, I'm going to have it annoy my character. Like for Oriana and Jaehwan, I have them based off of me and my husband. My husband, when we first got married, he had told me, because I had asked him, I was like, does anything bother you? Does anything make you upset? I want to learn more about you. I want to dive into that ocean that is Elijah, and I want to explore it and learn it so we can have like a healthy relationship. And he told me, nothing bothers me. There is no ocean. I'm good. Shallow waters. Unfazed, unbothered. My waters are clear and calm. And I was like, I don't believe a single word of that. That very emotion of doubt, I don't believe you, of chaos, I'm going to find what it is that makes you upset, you little liar. And then me actually going and like learning, okay, so what is this? Does this make you upset? Does this bother you? What is it? Because I ain't never met somebody that never gets bothered. And, you know, sure enough, he did get bothered by something. I was like, ha, you're human. I take that, the stuff that I've experienced, my own emotions, my own experiences, or somebody else, like my husband, that I thought was funny. I take him and I put him in my comic and just have him do the things that he does, but have Jaehwan do them. That's how I kind of make and people liked Oriana Jaehwan, so I'm like, hey, they like us too. But no, that's what I do to make my characters, I guess, like likable. I think my characters are likable for me, so as long as they're likable for me, then I'm good. And I notice that other people seem to like them, so that's what works, I think, for me for this like small situation. But there are other techniques, I just have no clue. I'm that type of artist to where it's like, I didn't know that's what that technique was called. I'm that type of artist. Like, that had a name? That technique had a name? I didn't know that. Let me just turn my light. I keep messing with this thing. Okay. I'll probably have to leave soon because it's already 1 a.m. Yeah, Finn, get some sleep. Get some sleep. I haven't done a single thing but talk, so get some sleep. TJ, hi, just dropping by. Hope the fam is well. Thank you. I'm finally doing a mini comic, and I'm also finished with it despite difficulties. Hey. Good job. Good job. Let's see. Finn, love your art stream. Bye. Bye, Finn. You're probably already gone because I'm just now getting to the bottom. But if you watch this, goodbye. How did you make your characters part? Oh, the characters glow? Let me show you. I'm going to show you real quick. Because it's literally just an overlay layer. You know, I could just open up the character because I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the picture with Oriana. I guess it's going to need a minute to load up. But I'll show you how I got that character glow. Let me hide this. Hide this. Because this was during the Webtoon workshop that I did. I still need to edit that and get that onto YouTube. I don't know if it's on there yet. By the time I load up this video, it's probably not going to be. But my computer's thinking that. So I'll just keep talking to you guys while my computer thinks. But this image, I showed how I went through the process of creating it on my workshop with Webtoon. Now, if you're asking about this glow right, excuse me, this glow right here, I used an overlay layer or did I use a screen layer? Let me look. Hold on. I'm smart. I can show you. No, that's not the layer. See, this is what I get for not naming any of my layers. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay. That's a little bit of the shine. Okay. So here's how I did it. I did an overlay layer. I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. It's blue. I did my airbrush. Airbrush! This file is so big. I went over here. Right there. And I just airbrushed it. And then I put it to overlay. And that's how I got this one. And then for this thing right here, I also did like the lines, the streaks, like doop, doop. And then for this, it's literally just white. That's how it's white. I just airbrushed white over it. I'm very basic. But I hope that helps. I had EX all this time. I knew nothing about that program. It's fine. I'm still learning lots of new things about the program. So no worries. No worries at all. Let's see. Oh, I had to move my heating pad. I need that. Do you recommend a DPI of 72 or 300? The DPI, I like to only like have it up high because I print a lot of my stuff. If you're not going to print any of your work and you just want it online and you want the file sizes to be small to where they're not bogging down, whether you're posting stuff on your own website or whether you're posting stuff just to post stuff online and you just don't want to have to deal with the long upload wait to a certain degree, then you can do a 72 DPI. You might see a slight blurring with the 72 DPI, but your file size will be smaller. So if you are like, I don't see any difference, then go ahead and go with the 72 DPI. The reason why I go with the 300, well, I do 600 because I print my stuff on like merch and whatnot. So I want my stuff looking crisp. I want that high rendered, high resolution. That's what DPI is. It's a resolution, I believe. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I want my stuff nice and crisp. So I draw in a high DPI so that I can translate it over to other files and print stuff out. And I don't have to worry about that blurriness like being there. A lot of people don't really notice the blurriness if you're not like constantly in the industry to where you are told that's blurry, fix it, you know. So if you're just like an average Joe kind of chilling, you're probably not even going to notice the blurriness. If you're not really noticing any blurriness now, then yeah, the 72 DPI just helps your file size to be smaller. But again, don't quote me on it because I might be wrong. I'm not a very good technical type artist. I just kind of do. I'm very much so self-taught. I did go to art college for about a year or so, but it was a visual science and design college. So everything that I already knew about Photoshop, I had already learned before I even got there. So I dropped out like a year later because of other stuff. But so a lot of stuff I know I don't know the technical terms. So I am sorry. But I can look online for you. I can Google some stuff later. I love this drawing, by the way. It's so cute. Thank you. Let me go ahead and turn it down because it's making my computer lag. That one's a very big file size. My wig is moving. Let's see. Oh, okay. I was like, oh my god, the screen shut off. I was like, oh no, this is the comment from when I accidentally switched screens. Where is this at? Okay, let's see. How do I make character designs for my main characters that stand out? I don't know. Like, look at my character. Oriana. Don't make fun of me now. Let me just show you. Where is she? She has a hat. I don't know how to make character designs. Their clothes are very basic. I think Oriana's clothes are very basic. If you want like a reference guide, I like using fashion magazines to come up with outfits. On my website, I have a link to this reference book, but that has lots of different like outfits. But I'm not a big stickler on character designs and making sure they stand out because I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I just draw characters and I'm like, do I want to give her this hairstyle or that hairstyle? Let's do this hairstyle because it's easier. So I'm not the best person to talk to when it comes to trying to make character design stand out because I don't know what that means. I just kind of draw what I like. If I like the design, that's what I draw. If I see a shirt that I like, I'm putting it on my character. So that's me. That's me. Okay. Let's see. Selena, on the live stream you used gradient on the macaroon girl. I didn't understand. Oh, so you're talking about... So I'll show you. It's a very light gradient wash. I use my airbrush to make like the gradient one, but I'll show you the gradient. I'll show you what I was talking about then, where you do a gradient layer. Let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to hide that. The computer's just going to have to be slow. Okay, we'll do this layer instead. What is that? That's not the one that we need. Okay, give it a second. Give it a second while it loads. I need a better computer. I have an 8GB RAM computer, and as you can see, it's thinking. I love you, but my God. So I'll show you what I mean by the gradation. So we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna hide everything else so that you can see it a little bit better. Let's hide this. Here is my gradient. I'm gonna change it to normal. And it's at 57, I'm going to bump it up. This is what my gradient looks like that I was trying to talk about earlier. What I do, after, you go over here, you find your gradient, and then you just drag and drop it like that. You go boop, boop, like that. It's going to think for a moment. I just wanted to demonstrate so that you knew what I was talking about. Finish thinking! So you can go do something like that. I chose this gray one because I liked it. After I do my gradient, I go over here to the layer setting. I go to overlay. I'm still on my gradient layer. And then after I do that, I just drop it down to 51. And then I add my other shadows. And it just adds a nice little pop to it. Like right here. It adds like a nice little pop. Let me take the layer away. See, this is what it looks like without the gradient layer. This is what it looks like with the gradient layer. That's what I was trying to say. I'm so sorry if I wasn't explaining it well enough during the live stream, but I was like, oh, I only got a certain amount of time. They say everything I gotta say. But yeah, that's what I do with the gradient layer. I do an overlay and I lower it, and it just gives it a nice little like pop. Like, see, this is still fine. But this is really good. That's the oomph. That's just the oomph in the pictures, you know? Kiki Lou, I had this art teacher in high school last year that would always make fun and critique my art. She would always single me out in front of everyone and give me the worst grade, and it got so bad that I hated everything that had to do with art. I just got back my confidence in art thanks to your videos. Oh, yay. Really thankful, but anyways, my question. How do you know how to set up your pages so it's not numbered? I think that's what that word means. How do I set up my pages? I do them like how I do comic book pages. So I just number them. So page 1 is just page 1. I just set them up like how I do my comic pages. Yep, that's what I do. I don't know if that helps to answer your question. But yeah, I've had similar situations like that with art teachers too. So you're definitely not alone. But I am happy that my videos can help encourage you, because I had one art teacher that I can remember off the top of my head in high school who helped me get back into art, because I also was like, forget everything about art. I'm not doing it no more. I don't care about it. So yeah, I definitely understand. So I'm very thankful for that one art teacher that was nice to me. And then I had the other art teacher in college that said I wouldn't get anywhere and told me to give up on my comics. And that was like, wow, I'm done asking people for advice on my stuff. I'm done getting critiques, because wow. Lady baby, I'm pissed. I just got an ad before getting watched this ad. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching the ad, but I'm sorry. Selena, yep, that helps. Oh, it helps? Okay, perfect. Coral Joe. Let's see. One of my main characters is Afro-Latina. Her hair has mini locks / dread styles like a wolf cut. Any advice on how to draw her hair or make it easier for comic purposes? I draw squiggles. I'm not a very technical artist. I'm so sorry. I know there are other artists on YouTube who are like to find the shapes and find where the cloth and the fabric flows and all of this other really cool lingo. And I'm like, I scribbled to make my hair. This is what I do. That's what I did for this drawing. Where is the layer? I don't know what layer is. Here it is. I scribbled. Let me show you. I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to lower it. I'm going to make my thing smaller. And I scribbled. I scribbled. I'm like SpongeBob. I just scribbled. I don't know if that helps. But looking at reference also helps if you want to go to Pinterest. Hopefully that advice helps you, because I'm not the best art teacher. I'm not the best with sharing techniques. I scribbled. I'm a scribbler when it comes to curly hair. It's so much fun. I love it so much. So I just scribbled. Okay, I think I got to the bottom of the comments. Hey. I didn't have any more space. Some people just shouldn't be teachers, honestly. I'm sorry. Yeah, I shouldn't be a teacher, because I don't know how to explain things. Oh my gosh, we're 2 minutes in and I haven't drawn anything. I'm going to get some music lightly playing on my phone. Well, what should I do? I know what I should do. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. Should I go on my Instagram live stream too and stream both of them? I really hope that everything that I shared about writing stories was helpful. Let me go ahead and just draw. So, do you guys want to see me color this in so that at least I don't leave you guys with nothing? You guys want to see me just add the colors to this? You guys want to see it? You want to see it? I'm going to show it to you. Let's go ahead and color this in. So, here's how I color in my digital art. Let me show you how I make my digital art. Delete that layer. I work in layers. Some people like to do single layers. You do whatever makes you happy. You do whatever you like. Just don't get in trouble by breaking copyright laws. I have to say that because a lot of people, whenever I share, do whatever you like, a lot of people, they'll be like, make sure you're not breaking laws. I'm like, when did I say you should break laws? Who likes breaking laws? It's like, you should tell people that. I'm like, fine. So each time I say do what you like, I make sure to say, make sure not to break copyright laws so that I can help those people who are like, you gotta tell them not to break the law. I'm like, okay, don't break the law. Just draw. Yes, please. Yes. Okay, so let's draw this in. Okay, so here's how I did this. I had my 3D model and I traced over it like so. I traced over my 3D model. I found my 3D model right here in my 3D model area by the poses. Don't look at my poses. I'm not showing them to you guys. But I found them in the pose spot. And there's nothing suspicious in that folder. It's fine. After I did that, I removed my 3D model. And then I traced over the lines that I used to trace over my 3D models. And then I got this. Now let's go ahead and add some color. I need music. I need some seasoning to this. I guess I can watch. What do you mean you guess you could watch? You don't want to watch? You didn't watch? You guess you can watch? Okay, I'm going to put on my Spotify. I hope you guys are listening to music because it's like dead silence over here. And I'm like, it's working on my brain. I'm going to find my DMCA free music. So that DMCA, anime lo-fi. I know some of these probably aren't, but we'll just right there. OMG, not you. I meant people. Wait, Kiki, I'm not people. What do you mean? I'm just kidding. I learned more with you than 3 years in art school. Oh, thank you. And I'm over here like, you draw here by scribbling. I'm glad I could be of help. That makes me happy, though. Did you ever make a video on tips for portfolios? Are you sure you want my advice on tips on portfolios? Because I don't have a portfolio. I just have comic books. I just got comic books. I don't know if I can give advice on portfolios that will get you into college. You know what? Let me show you my portfolio that I have. I'm gonna open my folder. Do not look at the files that you know what? I'm putting you guys on the white screen. You guys are not seeing my files. Give me a second. I'm gonna get my files. You guys are not gonna be, oh, it's over here. Okay, we're good. We're good. Nothing suspicious over here. We're good. I didn't have anything suspicious over there. Let's see. Okay, here's some of my old artwork that I made. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to make fun of me. Do not make fun of me because I cry easily. So this artwork is when I first started getting into digital art. This one I did when I was 19, either 19 or 20. It's very pixelated. This is when I first started using 3D models, I think. I can't remember. This one, I was 17 and I used... There was a model in a Joann's Fabric magazine. And did I trace over it? I believe either I traced over it or I think I traced over the model. I don't remember. But anyways, I traced over her and I added everything else. Same thing with here. Where did I see this couple? I don't know. I made up the couple, but there's a pose and I used it. And of course, I didn't. There are no hands. Who cares? I like the pose. And then right here, this one was also another model that I saw in Joann Fabric. I just made her black and changed her hair. As you can see, this is how I did hair. And then this model, okay, the story behind this one. I drew this back in right here, '06. And the story was very symbolic. I found this magazine where this guy, he had his shirt off like this pose. I strictly took the pose from the magazine. He had his shirt off though, and his hands were tied behind his back. And so I was drawing that pose. So I had all the magazines with the half-naked man. He had pants on, but it was a fashion magazine. I had it all on the floor. And then I had to go to church. So I left. Or was it work? One of the two. Either one. Church or work, I don't know. And then when I got back home, my mom was there with her fiance at that time. My papa Skip, rest his soul. And And I showed my mom, like, Mom, look, this is the picture that I was working on. And my mom was like, oh, thank God. Because she was like, I came home with Skip, and then all I see is just pictures of just half-naked men all over the floor. And I'm like, what is my daughter doing at home by herself? I was like, no, Mom, I was drawing just a reference. So that's where this image, whenever I think of it now, when I was drawing it, I'm like, I want it symbolic. Like, he's just tied down, and he's struggling, and he's trying to break free, and he's just tired. You know? That's what I was going for. But now whenever I see this picture, I think of my mom being horrified and bringing her fiance to her house. And then her daughter having left all the half-naked men on the floor. I made such a bad impression for my mom that day. And she was a minister at the church. So it's even worse. So yeah, that's what this picture reminds me of. But anyways, this is my next one. Again, another 3D model. Not 3D model. Another model from Joann Fabric. And I just changed everything else. I took the pose. I'm like, I changed everything else. And I liked it. Or was it online? I can't remember. I think it was Joann Fabric. But anyways, and then last one. Rian Lee. This was from a fashion magazine. And yeah, this was from 06 when I was getting into digital art. I scanned the image in, as you can see with the line art. I scanned the image in and I just colored over top of it. So yeah, that's some of my old art. That's some of my old art. Let's see. Making sure I'm not losing. Jesus, fix it. Yeah, that my mom was. I gave my mom some trouble as a teenager, because it's like the stuff that I would search up. It's like, it's literally for artwork, Mama. I don't understand. And she's like, oh God, when people come to our house, they're gonna see my daughter and all of her crazy stuff, and I'm gonna have to explain to them. And it's like, you know what, Mom, if they have issues, they can come talk to me. And I'm like, she's like, God, no. I want to see if I could find some of my older art, my traditional art, because I know a lot of people have been curious about that. I can't find it. Oh, well. I can't find it. I think it's in another folder. But let's go ahead and draw this one in. Color this in. I got the music going. Selena, very cool. Thank you. Let's go ahead and draw. We're now on the draw with me portion. Can you guys hear the music? It looks good. Thank you. You guys are so nice to me. Look at you guys giving me an ego boost. An ego boost. I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but it sounds very nice over here. I hope you guys have some music with you as well. And let's go ahead and Bob Ross this last portion of the live stream. Let's draw together. Let's draw together. Let's unwind. Ah, my throat. I'm trying so hard to be like Bob Ross, but I'm not doing the best. Okay, so how I find my colors, I will randomly pick whatever my brain's like, I like this. I'm not a big stickler when it comes to color. If I like the color, I go with it. If I don't like it, I change it. I'm not really too worried about what will other people think when they see it. Other people have said a bunch of stuff about my art regardless, so my goal now is just to make me like it, because it's hard for me to like my stuff, and I think I'm the me that what are you doing, computer? I think I want to focus on impressing me first. Because have you ever drawn something and you worked hours? What is this? And you worked hours on it, and you realize when you start, you keep looking at it, you start to hate it. And it's like, why can't I like my own stuff? And I realized I haven't been listening to myself. I've been so focused on drawing, making sure other people like it, that I haven't really been drawing in a way that I was telling myself that I liked it. I was devaluing my likes and replacing them with other people's likes, to where it ended up I no longer could like my own things, because I was like, well, I'm not gonna like it anyway, so why should I even start liking my stuff? I want me to like me. So at the end of the day, it's just me. It's just me and my art. And it's me that's getting in the way of me making more art. So come on! Like it so we can do some more stuff. Because when it just, you know, artist flag is a pain in the neck when I start hating my own stuff. So I'm like, let's start being nice to ourselves. And creating stuff that I like. So then me or I will stop being petty with myself and activating an artist block. Because I stopped doing what I liked. Okay. I have no clue what her sweater should be, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with the basics. Green flowers. Boom, boom. It's like, aren't you thinking of color theory and balance and complementary colors and triangular colors? Nope, don't care about none of that. I'm just going to put down whatever I like. I'm going to let nature have its course, and by nature I mean my brain. Can't get much natural than that. You guys are literally going to be like, I can't watch her no more. Girl crazy. Girl crazy. She's so adorable, by the way. Hi, DJ! I forgot that I was here the whole time. Hello. No, so pretty. Thank you, do you? Thank you, chocolate. That happens to me a lot of the times. Yep, you guys understand. So I'm just going to set down the base colors. And then, because it's going to be 7 here soon. I need to get the kids' dinner going. So I'm just going to set down the base colors. And then on our next live stream, we can do the shadows. How do you guys like that idea? If you guys don't like that idea, I will cry. I will cry. So you guys okay with us just putting the base colors? You okay? You're okay with putting the base colors? Yeah? Okay, good. Good. We're going to put the base colors. You don't even have to reply. I already see that you guys said yes. That is so nice that you guys already said yes. I'm glad. You guys are just so sweet. You guys so sweet. Move over here. I'm thinking. It's like Shreen, you always go with pink. I'm thinking. I want to go purple. I'm going to go with lavender. Yes. Okay, good. Are you a full-time artist? What's your definition of full-time artist? Because my definition might be a little bit different than your definition. So go ahead and let me know what your definition of full-time artist is. And then I'll be able to let you know if I'm like doing those qualifications. So I'll wait and then just let me know if you can define what that is for me. Because I know like a lot of people have different definitions of different things. So for me, it's best for me to ask instead of like assume we're on like the same page. So go ahead and let me know what you mean by full-time artist. Because I know for some people, they consider a full-time artist someone who's making like $10,000 a month. And I am not making that. I will be lucky if I make like $6. I'll be lucky if I sell one book. And let me just be very frank. I'll be lucky if I sell one book. That would be a good day if I sell one book. And I mean, and there are days when there are days when I sell notebooks, which is fine too. But yeah, a good day is when I sell one book. I'm not making $10,000 a month. I'm not there. But my goal is to get there, but I'm not there. I think I'm going to do yellow. Is we gonna do yellow? Like, you mainly focus on creating your comics every day and promoting it, etc. So then money doesn't have a factor. Like, I could be like dead broke and still be a full-time artist. Like, and like when I said, how do I explain? So like, so money's not a factor at all. Like, not making any money at all. I'm just doing this, and someone else is taking care of my bills. Does that like define me as like, would you define that as like a full-time artist? Because if so, yeah. Because my husband, he handles our bills. I help pay the phone bill. And the kids' tuition. Because I can make about $200 in 1 month with my Patreon and book sales. So I do help with that, but my husband takes care of all the other bills. So I'm like a child. So I mean, technically, in that regard, when I was a teenager, I was a full-time artist because all I was doing was just drawing and going to school. And now that I'm married with children, I'm taking care of my children, and I'm drawing while they go to school. I sound so dorky. I'm sorry, you guys. I wish it was cooler. And just stop downing yourself. Shireen, your sister's going to call you, and she's going to yell at you. I don't feel like getting yelled at, so I am cool. I'm so cool. I will speak positivity to myself. I think I could be a full-time artist either way. Thank you, Endless. Thank you, because I keep self-doubting myself. Still, thank you. I'm going to give her a pink blanket like mine so I can feel better. Move over here. Give me pink. There you go. And so now we're going to add the pink. We're going to, and let me tap back into my Bob Ross. Jelly beans! Fill in! And we just erase that like that. And we're just going to add more pink. Cheese and crackers. You know what? If you don't add pink, we're going to use our pen tool. And we'll just kind of scribble in the pink. Look how calm and just pleasant that is. Look at that. Pink is filled in. I don't think the amount of money you make defines you as long as you're happy and healthy. Thank you, Endless. I am happy. I say after I had like a little mental breakdown. That's jelly bean. Why do you... I know why, because I didn't fill them in, but come on. I don't feel like changing the settings of this either. Like, I could change the settings to where it just, like, notices it, but I'm just like, no. I refuse. I'm pulling. My husband did this on stream. I was like, honey, just put the thing there. He's like, no. And now here I am doing the same thing. Ooh, I want that pink, that like saturated pink, salmon, that salmon color for our headset. It's not doing what I want it to do. Do what I say. Let's fill you in that way. Okay. Why you gotta be like that? Go back. Undo. I know why you're doing that. Let's remove this white layer. There we go. That's why you were doing that. Because that was in the way. Now let's go back. Look at that. See, Shireen, you're smart. You're a smart nougat. You're a smart nougat. Let's see. Doing the same thing. Selena, you're doing the same thing. Twins! Hikaru, true! Chocolate, I want to be a full-time artist, but I know it's not easy. I don't think anything's easy, though. I think, like, what you're doing, if you're, like, I'm just, like, speculating, but if you're, like, a kid going to school, or a teenager going to school, or just an adult going to school, or if you're just someone who's, like, working a full-time job, that stuff ain't easy. If you're just living and existing, what you're doing is not easy. And the fact that you want to go on and just like still expand and like do one of your interests, that's amazing. You guys are awesome. That's not a simple or easy thing. You guys are like those like show and jump protagonists who like take on a whole mountain and it's like, let's do more. I want to do more. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I want more purple. Yeah, I like that purple better. You guys are awesome. So while I downplay myself, you guys are not allowed to downplay yourselves. Okay, you guys are awesome. And what you guys are doing is not easy. It's like, you don't know what we're doing. And I'm gonna say it's not easy. Why? Because living in general, it can be very hard. And you're still living and watching my stream, which is in and of itself not easy. So good job. You're doing a good job. Take my compliment. Because you're doing a good job. You guys are awesome. Fill her in. Let's go ahead and fill this in. I was thinking about putting yellow here, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to put yellow here because I think that it's going to take away from her face. Because I really want to like go all out with the colors for her face. So I'm just going to just keep this all just like a monochrome, not monochrome color, but all, whatever that word is, one color. I don't know what the word is, but whatever the word is, I'm going to keep it all just that color. Solid? I don't know. Girl, what are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know. My mom started doing bake sales for the house and other important stuff. That's nice. That's very nice of your mom. I could go for a brownie too. That sounds yummy. That sounds very yummy. Issa Ray. Okay, that makes me a full-time artisan. Exactly. My boyfriend takes care of the bills. I take care of the house and kids and art. Exactly. So you're a full-time artist. You got this. Endless Daybreak helped us. We got this. We're full-time artists. And even if you're at school and you're just drawing on the side, you are a full-time artist because you draw it. And if somebody's like, that's not what a full-time artist is, okay, well, you go on your own live stream and then you can go ahead and you can talk to your people and say what a full-time artist is. While we are over here, we're going to call each other full-time artists and be happy and draw. Because that's another beautiful thing about art. It is open to interpretation. There's not one size fits all. There's not one method, one mindset, one way. This is not the Jedi Force. There's many ways. Well, then again, that is a part of the Force. There are many ways and many possibilities. But anywho, those, while we're on this live stream, we're going to encourage ourselves and speak positivity into ourselves and give ourselves that affirmation and validation. Computer screen, if you do not go away, where are you? Hide yourself. Thank you. Okay. As I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, Issa Rae. Exactly. Endless Daybreak. I want to make a webcomic this year. Watching your videos inspires me. I'm glad. Make that webcomic whenever you feel like making that webcomic. Do it makes you happy. Be happy. Happy. Why? Because it's hard for me to be happy. It is hard to be happy in general. It's not easy. I know some people kind of make it seem like it's easy. And I'm like, you know what? I want to be on your level. Because being happy is hard. So I'm willing to take on this task. And tackle this obstacle of achieving happiness. And protecting it once I achieve it. And then achieve it over and over again, you know? I like this song that's playing. You guys can't hear it, but I like it. Chocolate. I'm 24 and I don't have a job. I've been job hunting and trying to make independent and have my own income, but I have been having misfortune on that area. That is a lot. See, you never really know what someone else is going through. That's a lot. That can be very disheartening. Because I know our situations are different, but just the fact of because for me, I've been out of a job. I try to get jobs and no one hires me. Because I had my children at 19 or 20 years old. So I had a very large gap. Because someone had to take care of the kids. I didn't have enough money to pay for, child support. So there's a large gap between when I could work and then trying to get back into work. And then people being the rejection, I guess is what I'm trying to say, makes it it, kind of hits at you. So the fact that you're still trying chocolate, it's not easy. What you're doing is not easy. And I commend you for that. And I really hope that you are able to, get through that obstacle. And I believe you are. Because people who keep trying, who keep working to persevere, and even if they gotta rest, and take a moment to breathe, you're doing a good job. Even while you are resting, you are still valid, and you are still doing a great job. You rest up. And you keep on trying to think about what you can do that's best for you. While you are working on the outside to find a way, your body is working on the inside to keep your heart pumping, to keep your blood flowing, to keep everything working perfectly. Because your body's we got to keep this machine going because we believe in her and we want her to I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, but we want chocolate to keep going forward. So while your body is supporting you, you support your body by being nice to yourself and knowing that you're doing great. Don't give up. You're doing great. You are doing great. You got this, chocolate. Let's fill this in. Let's fill it. See, this is why I like listening to anime music on my, I shouldn't call it anime music, like my soundtrack. Because it has such like nice vibey music, you know? You can't hear it, but I can hear it. Let's see. Fill that in, fill this in. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and fill in the hair. Nice chill, relaxing stream. Help with the vibes. I'm thinking for her shirt, we're going to keep it, we're going to go with this color, I think. Let's go with this color. Like this. Yeah, that's good enough. Now for her hair, we're going to go with this color. No, too light. Let's move it here. Yep, that looks about right. Okay, fill that in like that. Fill that in like that. Fill this in like that. Fill this in, and then I mean, I could have used like the lasso fill selection tool thing to fill this in, but it just, I have to like finesse with the settings for it to work right, because it's just being finicky for me. Like, let me see. If I go here, and then I go to close and fill. Oh yeah, now you want to work when I'm on live stream. Before, when I wasn't on live stream, you're like, huh? Huh? Okay, well the close fill thing is now working. I don't know what that was. See, you are just, you are a little finicky little thing, aren't you? Making me look stupid. Like, I work. You wasn't working before. I working now. Like, why you gotta do that to me? Okay. Let's fill these eyebrows in. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in her eyes. The white of her eyes. Like so. Like that. Sorry, hold on. I'll look at chat in a moment. I got fixated on. No, because it's like this. Because it's like kind of cross-eyed thing. Because he just sent her a picture of himself with this new neck choker that he got. And she's like, it's the best. So let's just go ahead and just fill that in and then fill that in. Okay. Oh, we need to do the computer. Hold on. And then we'll do a green. Too much. We'll do more of a yellowy green. Yeah. And then we'll just use these colors. And then we'll use this color. Yeah. And then we'll use this color. And then he's actually going to be this like gumdrop yellow color. Yeah. And then that's his emote on the Discord that they have with each other. He's a little fairy gumdrop with little purple wings. He's so cute. His little avatar is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Okay, now I'm gonna look at chat. I'm sorry. I wasn't ignoring you guys. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, you guys are just talking to each other? Let's see. Okay, you guys have. Okay, you guys are being nice to each other. Yeah, you guys are talking to each other. Yay. Thank you for being nice to each other, supporting each other while I doodled. Selena, I can't wait for the new comic. When do you think Whisper of Cinnamon will post? I don't know. I've been restarting the script so much, Selena. I'm not the best professional person. You would think like I'll have it all together after 6 books, but I don't. I have the idea and I'm like, no, let's redo it, you know? But this time for sure, I got it. I got it. I just got to put the dialogue down. Stop procrastinating and put the dialogue down. But it's probably, I keep changing it. I don't stick with it. And I keep changing it. And I mean, the same thing happened with Catchy Fight Me, Love Me. I had to just like, we're not changing it, go forward and just do it, you know? So that's kind of where I have to do, you know? Card is a website that you can kind of make a portfolio or introduce yourself. I have no clue what you guys are talking about. But okay, it's 7:16. I need to go put in dinner, but we got the base colors down. Oh, I forgot our eyes. Let me fill that in real quick. But but I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, and then I want to do. I think I'll do another live for people who might have missed today's live, just to answer some more. I think I actually have to do one for I'll look at the questions that I received on Instagram and write all of those down. That way I can answer those questions on the next live stream. And I think that next live stream, I think I might do that on I'm thinking maybe TikTok or my Twitch. I don't know yet. I will definitely let you guys know. But yeah, that's the goal. I want to do another live stream, but I need to go through my phone and save all the questions that I received. But thank you for stopping by today and answering the questions for Birdie. Why do you keep missing? Birdie, I'll definitely do another live stream because I'll do another one on the weekend too, because I know you had mentioned that your schedule's open on weekends, so that also works for me too. So I'll definitely do one on the weekend, and I'll make sure to share it on my Patreon so that we can have like a Patreon live stream and public live stream all together. But I'm so sorry. I'll make sure to save this live stream though. I'll make sure to save it. But okay, that's all for now, you guys. Thank you for watching and helping each other. I'm going to go ahead and say bye to everybody who I see in the chat. Bye, Birdie. Bye, Daylight Break. Bye, Chocolate. Bye, Celine. Bye, Zena. I'm trying to look. Bye, Mia. I'm trying to look. I think that's everyone that I see. Bye, DJ. Bye, Issa Rae. Bye, Mia. Bye-bye, guys. You're welcome. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Hold on. How do I do this? Because I think I have to go to my browser and actually... Ah! Oh, you guys didn't see anything. Okay. Okay, bye, guys. Bye. End stream. End stream. End stream. That's not the right button.